Minister's post in Karnataka now. That has taken a sharp political turn, exposing the growing undercurrents within the ruling Congress. This after Chief Minister's son himself opened up a third front in the ongoing Siddaramaiah versus DK Shivakumar tussle. And here's how it all played out. Both the remark and the clarification came within a span of less than 24 hours. So first, Yathindra claimed that Satish Jarkiholi can take over as the Chief Minister's responsibility after his father. But he made a quick U-turn. He later clarified that he wasn't talking about wasn't referring to changing the Chief Minister, but about taking over the baton from his father. So earlier he had claimed that his father is at the fag end of his political career and therefore somebody needs to take over. Later he clarified that he was referring to Siddaramaiah's decision to not contest elections after 2028. He had said that Jarkiholi is the right one to take the mantle ahead, naming him specifically. But later he said he simply means that someone who believes in the party's ideology must lead. This remark, though, has come as the latest twist in the entire power tussle that has been going on for quite some time between the top two of the Congress party. So it started earlier this year when the debate over rotational Chief Minister reignited. DK Shivakumar's camp began lobbying for him. Siddaramaiah's camp kept harping on a full 5-year term. What followed was public lobbying by both camps that led to the High Command in Delhi issuing a gag order. Tensions continued. Not only was the state unit visibly split, with back-to-back meetings in the national capital and Bengaluru also taking place, it was clear that all is not well. And now, despite the gag orders, leaders continue to make statements. They're not refraining from making statements about who will be the next person after Siddaramaiah, whether there will be a Chief Minister rotation or who takes over from him. All of this could end up hurting the party's image. So now that Sidda's son has also jumped into the fray, does it mean that there's clearly no end to the power tussle despite the diktats from the Congress High Command?
ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನೇತೃತ್ವ ವಹಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಾಯಕರು ಬೇಕು. ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ವಹಿಸ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಾಜಕಾರಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಯುವ ನಾಯಕರಿಗೆ.
I didn't talk about the replacement of Chief Minister. I just said someone who believes the same ideology. Such a person should lead Congress party.
ನನಗೇನು ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಯಾರು ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ ನಾವು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಆ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು
Why he is talking all this means High Command is a weak command now. And you see, Dalits are supported it. He is ditched the Dalits.
Senior journalist Rashid Kidwai continues to be with us. Kapil Madan, political analyst, leans towards the Congress party, and GS Prashant, spokesperson, Karnataka BJP, also with us. But Rashid Kidwai, I will begin with you. What does it say about the state of affairs in Karnataka when you keep having these open speculations? And now a new name has been thrown in of Satish Jarkiholi, not just the fight between the two tall leaders of the Congress party. Clearly, all is not well.
Yes, Shivani, I think the real problem is when Chief Minister Siddaramaiah was made Chief Minister almost 2.5 years ago. That time, DK Shivakumar group kept saying that there is a sort of tacit understanding that Mr. Siddaramaiah will have first 2.5 years and then DK will take over. And this perception insists it's there very much. And now what we are seeing is the fallout of that. Shivani, I just want to very quickly take you back to Rajasthan, where Ashok Gehlot was Chief Minister and Sachin Pilot was the Deputy Chief Minister. That kind of struggle between Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot continued in a very open and bizarre sense, and that resulted in defeat of Congress in December 2023 election. Same ditto happened in Chhattisgarh, where Bhupesh Baghel was Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister kept insisting that he is a claimant, and there was no clarity, and finally the Congress went down from that. So I think the Congress has not learned any lessons. I think in Karnataka they must clarify their problem is different. because Rahul Gandhi talking so much about backward classes and Dalits, etc. It is very difficult now. The chief minister they have is all upper caste. So if they remove Siddaramaiah and bring DK, then I think it would going to run contrary to what Rahul Gandhi has been saying, that jiski jitni sankhya utni bhagidari. So these are the kind of political problems are there, but a solution has to be there. Otherwise, it will take a very ugly and bizarre turn from the Congress perspective.
Kapil Madan is also with us. It seems unfair at one end that the Congress party leadership keeps promising its leaders there will be a 2.5 rotational chief minister formula, but never fulfills it. I mean, apart from the other reasons why young leaders or other powerful leaders may be leaving the Congress party, this is literally pushing people away.
So Shivani, let me give you a clarification. Insofar as what I recall from pre-Karnataka election, there was no such announcement that there would be different. I mean, they will shift CM after a particular period of time. There is no public announcement. At least I have not seen any such an announcement. If you are aware, I am happy to be corrected, but I am quite confident there was no such kind of a statement. So that's point number one. Now, point number two is, this person has, already clarified that he never meant that, his remark was about changing the CM. But nevertheless, let's take your case as correct that he indeed made that statement and he, wanted to mean about changing the CM. So my understanding is in politics, no one is forever. We saw Atal ji's era in BJP. We saw Advani ji's era in BJP. And it was none other than the Honorable Prime Minister who made a remark that, after 75 years, one should quit politics. And if you apply the same yardstick to them, he has not, followed what he has said earlier. In fact, Mohan Bhagwat ji also, in one of the public remarks, it was, I think, 4-5 months ago, he also made a statement that, after 75, one should, retire and other people should get a chance. Now, in political, if you are signaling a very clear transition by making these public announcements, I think it, brings clarity.
But it's coming from, one second, the problem is it's not coming from the high command. It's not coming from the top leaders of the party. It's coming from the chief minister's son. And one of the MLAs of DK's camp even came out to say, who are you to make these statements? You're not even an MLA, you're an MLC.
Now, Shivani, every individual, for example, if a small karyakarta of any particular party has an opinion, he is entitled to have his opinion.
I'm sorry, Kapil, large organizations don't work like this. You cannot have everybody talking about the next leader of the Congress party in the state. Large organizations cannot function like that. Let me remind you, there is a gag order by the very party on talking about leadership issues. But let me begin, GS Prashant as well. How are you looking at this situation where DKS and Siddaramaiah already have been, not very, in not a very ugly fashion, but their camps have been pitching each other, each of them as the chief minister and one who will continue or the other who should take over. Now, another name has been thrown up by Siddaramaiah's own son. How are you looking at it?
Shivani, this power tussle in Congress exists for the last 30 months and this is not new. Because whenever they speak about high command, even Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge has clarified that the high command means Rahul ji, Sonia ji and Priyanka ji, because he has clarified that even he has to consult the high command for decisions to be taken in the party, because he had to stand outside and peep through when Priyanka Vadra was filing a nomination. So therefore, it's not about the party deciding, it is the three people who decide at the dining table who has to be the Congress chief minister, and it's the internal party matter. Let them decide that way. But the people of Karnataka have given a mandate of 135 seats to Congress for not to fight about who's the CM every single day, but for governance and administration and to fill up the potholes, which they're failing to do. Accepting governance and administration, they are up to everything else. They openly threaten the industrialists who built brand Bengaluru, saying that, look, how dare you question my administration? And those industrialists have to now go back, retract their statements and have to meet up the DCM and CM to, ensure that there is the good books, because that's the open threat that Congress leaders are giving to the industrialists. So therefore, accepting governance, there is policy paralysis, there is administrative paralysis, and there is complete anarchy and breakdown of law and order in the state of Karnataka. You look at the number of assault cases on women, which has gone up drastically in the last 30 months. And you look at the corruption itself in the Congress cabinet. One minister had to resign because of the Maharshi Valmiki scam. And Basuraj Rai Reddy, economic advisor to the CM, has spoken about a 400 crore sand mafia which is operating, and the Congress leaders are part of it. He's openly made this statement. He's the economic advisor to the CM. And the fact that no action has been taken against him ensures that what he has stated is fact. And therefore, Congress is tight-lipped about it.
Okay.
And crores of rupees of cash was found in KC
So,
Virendra's house.
this is also a matter
therefore,
of optics.
There is 100% corruption and 0% governance, and they are now talking about who's going to be the next CM.
Exactly. So this is a matter of optics. Kapil, can you please come in on this before Rashid Kidwai? You see Bengaluru embroiled in infra mess issues. You see the ministers being more, ministers and even senior leaders of the Congress party being more keen to shut up any voices, even of industrialists who have lent so much to the city of Bengaluru. If it wasn't enough that there's a fight going on between the top two, now there is an added twist to it. I mean, the public will be wondering what is going on. I mean, this is not what you elect a government for, right? First of all, there should be clarity. I like how you said there was no public announcement of 2.5 years chief minister. Fine, that public announcement was not there, but your own leaders believed the word that was given to them in meetings.
Now, Shivani, let me first respond to our good friend, from the BJP. He has talked about, various corruption issues. So let me tell you, if he knows the, international corruption index, we have, our graph have, fallen down, and which signifies that, the corruption perception in our country has increased. And let me give you these, given some random, names, etc., without there being any kind of a verification. But let me tell you and remind
Mr.
Mr.
Give you proof.
Hold on,
it is not random names.
Hold on, sir. Speak
No,
on
it is
your
not
turn.
random
Let's
names.
be civil.
Retract
I
your
understand
statement.
your anxiety.
Retract
Sir, I
your
understand your
statement.
anxiety.
It is not a random name.
Sir, I understand your
It is not
anxiety.
a random name.
I understand.
Each name I pointed out has a basis.
So are you aware? So
and
what
we have
happens?
evidence.
What happens? So, when Mr. Praful Patel was in the opposition, he was facing an ED issue. We know once he, crossed the line and he went to the BJP, Mr. BJP spokesman will clarify, and he will go all lengths to defend that, Mr. Praful Patel was,
okay. No, Kapil,
not
let's
facing
come
a
to the
charge.
issue. Once again, I'm not talking about
he
that
talked about
corruption issue.
No. How can corruption be different?
On the
That
issue
corruption,
of
this corruption-
Karnataka. Once again,
No,
I'll tell you
I'm
why.
sorry.
I
No,
think
I
what
am
we're
sorry.
focusing... Once
I am
again,
sorry, Shivani.
Kapil,
No, I
once
think
again.
it's unfair.
No,
absolutely,
Kapil,
it's
we are
unfair.
focusing on the
Shiva,
issue of
no.
corruption in Karnataka. The BJP
so you
government...
will- so-
One second,
no.
please, let me come in. One second. The BJP government in Karnataka lost, right? They had corruption charges against them. The Congress won on the back of that corruption allegation against the BJP government. I don't think we can keep that aside from the fact that now when the Congress was chosen, people expected different or better, because the party that had the corruption taint in Karnataka already lost the election, right? They suffered. So now when the new government was made, you expected they will solve the road infra issue, the issue of traffic, the issue of development, all the issues that are coming up. But what we hear from ministers is that even God can't solve the garbage mess, that, they shut down industrialists if they talk about what is happening to infrastructure, while they are embroiled in these internal power machinations. I think that is the focus here. What is the focus of the Karnataka government?
I think, let me tell you, Shivani, once again, I think your, focus is too narrow. If you, look at our promises made by the Honorable Prime Minister, he promised about 2 crores job. Can you please confirm whether 2 crores job was actually given or not? He promised about doubling the farmers' income in 2022. Can you confirm on the TV channel whether farmers' income was doubled or not? He promised about, bullet trains, smart cities.
So is that the defense for the Karnataka government not working?
No, that's not a defense. I am saying BJP takes the higher moral ground, but they failed to deliver on what they actually promised. We've seen about
for
2.5
the people
years
of Karnataka, what is important? That the chief minister and the deputy chief minister are fighting for their positions, are they working?
No, I think again it's a narration, it's a twist that media deliberately tries to spin, that there is some sort of a speculation, rape fight, etc.
No, but
Mr.
Yathindra made the statement. It's not the media that has cooked it up out of their imagination.
Mr. Prasan, let's. I understand you don't have any counter to the promises made by the honorable Prime Minister, who have
Mr.
not fulfilled the promise. So
Congress
I do get that.
spokesperson,
So I do
each
get
of
that.
your statements
So
can be countered with enough and more facts. So therefore, if you can tell what was Rahul Gandhi doing when Bihar elections were going on, where was he holidaying, without bothering about the issues in the Mahagathbandhan, we can have a fantastic debate.
Let's not do this. Let's not do this. One second. Can I just go in? 1 second. Can I just go across to Rashid Kidwai? Rashid Kidwai raised his finger. Prashant ji, I'm coming back to you. Rashid Kidwai, there is a genuine problem, right? Like you said, in the case of Rajasthan, in the case of Chhattisgarh, there are examples where Congress parties suffered. You yourself said they're failing to learn their lessons. But, you know, what it does is, in the mind of the public also, there will be a question. I mean, who can we look to do their jobs? What happened under a BJP government is history now. You can't say because the national government is quote-unquote failing, that's why don't have expectations from us. You came on the back of the promise of corruption of the BJP government.
Clearly, Shivani, I don't think Mr. DK Shivakumar wants to go down in history as another Sachin Pilot or T.S. Singh Dev. So he is here to do it. And what Chief Minister's son is doing is a very clever and interesting thing. What he's saying that if my father goes, someone else will come in. Shivani, there are 4 or 5 candidates are there other than DK Shivakumar. There is of course G. Parmeshwaran is also there. The MD Patil is there, and some other aspirants are there. What the Chief Minister camp is doing, and they have very limited access to, so to say, the Congress's Delhi Darbar, and that is where DK is very well entrenched there. And therefore, they are saying that, okay, if Siddaramaiah goes, someone else will come in. And DK Shivakumar will not be there. So what we are seeing here is a kind of, political game that is going on. I think the Chief Minister at this point of time is looking vulnerable. Whatever his son has said, is he has given it away, his father's anxiety. And where we are seeing that, DK Shivakumar is sort of, consolidating his position. I think after Bihar election, there will be a change of guard in Karnataka.
Okay, that's a big statement, Rashid Kidwai, you're making. Mr. Prashant, final 40 seconds to you. Rashid Kidwai also made the very, important point of how if Congress was to do anything to Siddaramaiah, it, kind of backfires on them because he's their big backward face. Then with what face will Rahul Gandhi go to the country and talk about OBC rights?
First of all, Rahul Gandhi trying to be a champion of OBC rights itself is a oxymoron, because what Rahul Gandhi has done in the past, and he is the one who made the statement that he wants to end reservation. So therefore, let's not talk about what Rahul Gandhi has promised, because everybody knows that the book that he was carrying did not contain any pages. It was an empty book. And therefore, Congress's knowledge or Rahul Gandhi's knowledge about constitution and what he wants to do is in the public domain. Coming back to what's happening in the state of Karnataka now, the people of Karnataka are facing the brunt of the leaders' fight. You have given them 135 seats, but they don't fill up a single pothole. They fight for the chair. And look at the CM's son. It's anyway, dynasty politics runs high in Congress. So therefore, the CM's son now makes a statement saying who will be his father's successor.
Yeah, so strange times as far as the Congress party.
So how can he make that? On what basis that the CM's son can make?
Yeah, and all of this is happening despite a gag order by the High Command. So clearly, it's not working. They're not listening, or something is clearly afoot as far as Karnataka is concerned. We'll wait and see. I do thank our guests for joining us.